Hey everyone, what's up? I am CTB Motionless. You can call me Savage, and welcome to Savage Sundays. And this is a little bit more different than what I usually do. Typically, I of course just type up a script, then I record it, and then have some gameplay that I guess matches with whatever I'm talking about, and I go from there. And I decided I wanted to do something a little bit differently with Savage Sundays. Every time I create an episode, I want to make it a little bit non-scripted, voice my opinion right off the top of my head, try to stay on task. I'll be sure to cut out the blanks that are really unnecessary, or I'll just keep it uncut for at least up here. And while I'm discussing it, I'll be sure to still have some gameplay of the topic, so that means, you don't have to just stare at my ugly ass face the whole time, and you're able to at least see something interesting while going on and about. So it's going to be a little bit different, and I think this will be the best way to do it. And it allows me to actually create content a little bit faster on this channel. I will be able to at least upload Savage Sundays every Sunday instead of every other Sunday. So I think this will be something a little bit more different and a little bit better. So I hope you guys actually can get down with that. Anywho, let's get started with what this is about. Last week, of course, I discussed about what happened to Call of Duty and why it was, dead from here on out. Why it's done, over. And that being said, I recall actually saying something in that script that I now would like to take back, because this game is actually more of a threat to Call of Duty and how it's gonna go on towards in the future. So, of course, as you know, we have the oh so wonderful Fortnite, which is just taking over the platform of gaming. The whole battle royale concept has just been blowing up a lot more than it has ever been, and it is an actual threat to Call of Duty, because there are way more players playing Fortnite than there will definitely be people playing Call of Duty. Of course, there will be a point in time where I do believe once Call of Duty Black Ops 4 releases, the amount of players playing Fortnite will drop or stay stagnant for quite a bit. But that being said, I do believe that it will just go right back up, because people are not going to be sticking to Call of Duty as much comparison. Some people have just given up on Call of Duty altogether anyway. There's some people who only play Infinity Ward Call of Duty games, or who play Sledgehammer Call of Duty games, and there's some people who play only Treyarch. And then the fact that there is no story mode apparently in Black Ops 4 is also killing off some of the fan base who actually enjoy playing story mode when it comes to the Call of Duty games. So now that that's happening, it's definitely going to be having some reducing amount of players into that field. They're not going to have as many players as before. Now, of course, there are a lot of things being revealed about Black Ops 4, which is actually turning off the fan base, but it's also turning them back on. And they're actually doing something I agree with when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, where, yes, they brought back specialists, which I think is a mistake. I hated specialists, and I was hoping they were not going to go back to them. But at the same time, at this point, we have to, because it makes the game feel a little bit more fun. This is weird. I used to hate specialists so much, because it was basically like saying, oh, hey, I'm about to destroy this guy, and he saves himself because he had his specialist ability ready, and he still sucks. I was going to kill him, but whatever. But at this point, it helps the game become a little bit more fast-paced. But of course, that being said, the way they're doing specialists in this game compared to the last one is that they're now more to help around the team, where you're supposed to be able to combo each other and such as that, which is actually pretty dope in my opinion. I enjoy video games that utilize teamwork when it comes to those. That's why I love the hell out of Overwatch. Why I actually enjoy the playing style of Fortnite when you get squads involved and duos. Those are also really amazing. So, of course, that being said, I enjoy the route they're taking with the specialists, where they're not making them overpowered, where it's like, okay, I'm going to clear a room and whatnot, no problem. So I'm hoping there's no specialist that's overpowered and just destroys it. And also, the one thing they added is only one person can be a specific specialist, which a lot of people were like, oh, that's kind of lame, which even I was thinking, kind of lame. Like sometimes I just want to do me, and I'm working on this character's stuff. Now I'm unable to pick this character because someone else got him before me. But then again, I'm okay with it due to the fact that I presume so far you're able to switch which type of character you want to be. I don't know if you're able to. I'm gonna go look more into it, but I'm unsure whether or not if like you choose a character or a specialist, you have to stick with it the whole game, or if you're able to switch them around just like Overwatch. Which I am hoping it goes with the Overwatch route of things. I actually am happy that they did go with that kind of route for this game. I'm actually cool with that, with at least with the specialist ideology of it. I'm happy that they're going with the Overwatch kind of style with it. A lot of people were turned off by it because they're just thinking, oh dude, but sometimes I just want to play with myself. I don't play with friends, and I kind of just want to do me. It kind of sucks, cock, and whatnot. And I completely understand, and I see you discern and all of that. But I think it is for the better of this kind of game that has, specialists at all. That being said, though, one of the things that did turn me off a little bit was that it's now going to be 5v5 instead of 6v6, which, like, I don't know if I'm going to feel the difference or not. The thought I get from that immediately is it's going to be slower paced due to the fact that there's less people on the map, and that means less likely chance of running into someone and whatnot. So that's going to be a little bit more different, and I am eager to see how that feels. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing. Who knows? They've done some weird stuff in Call of Duty before where they've had it set to one thing and then they changed it drastically because it just wasn't working out. For example, in Advanced Warfare, it used to be TDM was up to 75 points. The typical Call of Duty way of doing it, like, oh, get 75 kills and that's the end of the game, blah blah blah. But because that game was a lot more fast-paced compared to the other Call of Duty games, they changed it to 100. And I remember when they first did that, it was like, oh, what the hell? Holy shit, there's all this craziness and whatnot. And that being said, it's like, okay, cool. I understand a little bit more where they're going at. So, who knows, maybe they'll start off with 5v5s, and then if it just doesn't work out that well, then they'll switch it to 6v6 again, which is a possibility. They can do it. They have the capabilities. I'm not worried about it. Personally, I'm going to see how it goes so far, and then if it works out, it works out. Another thing that was kind of a concern for me, or not a concern, something that I also praised the game so far about is, of course, the map. That they don't make you, like before you would look at the map and you would know everything is and whatever. And I appreciate that they changed it a little bit more to where it's not like you can just predict where everyone is, and like you actually have to learn the map. You actually have to learn it. Like you don't just figure it out, trust me, if I look back at some Call of Duty games, I doubt I remember the map. I just know, because of the map being there. And then I was just like, oh, okay. And then after that, eventually I learned how to do it, but I didn't learn it as fast. Or no, I learned it faster, but I think the fact that we don't have it to rely on that much, it actually makes you learn how to do it and a little bit more challenging. So there is something I'm actually feeling hopeful for. Now, I don't want to go, of course, keep praising the game. I did want to discuss a little bit more about the competitor of Fortnite. I know I was just kissing Call of Duty's ass simply because, it's a game that I want to improve, and I actually do enjoy quite a bit. World War II was a game I used to really like, but then at one point I was just like, this is just so fucking boring. And, I first thought like, oh, they need to stop flying. And that wasn't it. I don't know what was. I think the problem with Call of Duty was at the core was just that a lot of players realized that it was the same bullshit every year, and it was like nothing really different. So from now on, I'm probably going to stick to playing just Treyarch Call of Duty games. So far, that's the only games I can remember I actually played a lot longer compared to the other ones, except Ghost. Ghost was a game that I actually liked a lot. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I know. A lot of people hate Ghost. I thought Ghost was actually really fucking good. There was only like one bad or two bad maps I can remember. Actually, I don't remember most of them except Stonehaven, which fucking sucked. But was it Stonehaven? I don't know, some castle shit. But Like Ghost was actually a fucking great game, in my opinion. But enough of that. I'm hoping for the best for Black Ops 4 and such. The competitor with like Fortnite, because I don't think for, I know I'm jumping all over the place first of all, so I apologize if you're trying to focus, but I'm talking about random gobbledygook and whatnot. But with Fortnite being a competitor, I do not believe Call of Duty is going to be able to stop the amount of players that play Fortnite and then shifting them back over to Call of Duty and then just like, hey, yeah, we're all here and whatever, right? Yeah, you guys are with us. I don't think that's going to happen. I wish it, as much as I love Call of Duty, it's not going to happen. I love Fortnite too. Fortnite is fucking lit, yo. So, I can actually play that game for hours. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I get my ass kicked, by the way. I'm not good. So, actually, let me know in the comments below if you'd love to see me stream some Fortnite at some point. I am awful. So, that means if you want to look at someone who sucks, this guy. So, of course, like with Fortnite, like there's a lot of players going over there, and plus the game is free. With the game being free, and like the only thing you have to pay for is like skins and whatnot, you're not gonna win, because we already know how Call of Duty is going to do their thing. They're going to first have, of course, their COD points bullshit. And of course, they're gonna simply be like, "Oh yeah, it's only cosmetics. It's cool. You don't have to pay for anything. It's subjective. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you." And that's what I praised Black Ops 3 for. I was thinking Black Ops 3 is doing so well with what they're doing right now. Right now, it's all cosmetic, which is not a problem to me. It's hey, if you're just keeping it to like, hey, if you want your gun to look cool, then yeah, you gotta spend some money. And whatever. I'm fine with that. Respect that. But then they start adding weapons into the supply drops and such as that, which are game-changing weapons. Don't get me started in Black Ops 3 for the Marshall 16s. Trauma. Dual wielding, people who dual wield that are scrubs. That was a gun that would make me rage, I swear. If I had like clips of how many times I raged. I should have made a rage touch, which how much that weapon pissed me off. So anywho, of course, with a game like that, with Fortnite, where it's like free, and then the only thing you have to pay for ever is like cosmetics and such as that. There's no pay-to-win items in that game. You're just kind of like I don't know how you're gonna be able to compete, because you got rid of the campaign. So when you get rid of the campaign, like, are we seriously gonna try to still sell this game for $60 and then still have COD points, which are gonna be for cosmetics at first? And then they're going to add weapons into it because that's what they're going to do. I gave them benefit of the doubt the first time. They did it anyway. I don't care. It's just, it's just how it is. So, with that being said, there's no way they're going to be able to stop, people from... They're not going to be able to get people to pay $60, over $60, for their game and then to play it for that much time. Now, of course, you think like, oh, I paid $60, I might as well keep, playing because I paid for it. Trust me, gamers are quick to just not give a fuck. We're quick to pay for the game and then play it for like a week and then never play it again. I know, I've seen it, and I am guilty of it for a few games I own. So, that being said, Call of Duty is screwed with what they're going for. Whatever, and they tried adding a Battle Royale mode into the game, and I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to try its best. People are going to try it out, and it's going to fucking suck, because when I compare Call of Duty to Fortnite and the time to kill, at least, there's no way Call of Duty is going to be able to beat that. It's way too fast and easy to kill someone else compared to Fortnite, where it's pretty, it's easy if you're in the right spot and you plan for it really well and you have good weapons on you. But with Call of Duty, like, anyone can learn how to play Call of Duty and get really good at it. Trust me. I was one of the worst players ever. I would go 4-10 every fucking game, 4-12. If I got 5 kills, it was a miracle. And then one day out of nowhere, I just got really good at it because I started playing a little bit differently or whatever. But it was literally an easiest game to ever get into and play and learn. Anyone can play it, trust me. People who say that they suck at it, trust me, you can get good within like a few days. It's not that difficult. And I think there's a skill gap difference. That's what makes Fortnite. I don't want to try to compare Fortnite with Call of Duty in the way of what's a better game, because one is first person shooter, the other one third person, and they're both completely different type of games. One is more like arcade style, while the other one is more of a battle royale and such as that. But since that Call of Duty is trying to do the battle royale, a first person battle royale is going to honestly be one of those games where people try out. Some of them there's gonna be people who are like, oh, this is the shit, this is dope, and then there's gonna be people like, wow, this is fucking stupid, like this is bullshit and blah blah blah. And there's gonna be way more people, in my opinion, who are gonna say this is bullshit than people who are gonna say this is amazing. And that's just the fact of the matter is, it's not going to be able to compete. So I don't know what else to say about this situation, this topic. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, cookies and milk. And I do understand that, you know, some of you guys were expecting the abortion video, and I decided to do this first because I thought, you know, I might as well knock it out the way, and it'd be a little bit something I want to talk about. I don't want to just talk about abortion right off the get-go anyway. I was in the mood to talk about it, so I'll do that next week, because the way these format of the videos are going to go is I'm going to make sure I start off with a rant off script, me just throwing shit off the top of my head, just spewing dumb bullshit, because I know most likely I'm wrong. I just need the time to sit down and think. And after doing so, the week after, I'll come up with a scripted video, and I'll actually elaborate more, and maybe my opinions will change after doing so. I plan on doing a little bit more research after that, because this is the whole point of Sundays, of course, me to say my opinion without research. But I think it'd be great, and it'd be a learning opportunity for me to actually discuss about something, then research it, and then show what I've learned from my research. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, cookies and milk, and I will see you guys next time where we discuss abortion. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.